Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. It is Weird News Wednesday. That means we got some weird stories to talk about. We have lots of cute animal stories, animal rescue. We have two stories that involve twins, and of course, we always have to have a Guinness World Records story, right? So we have all of that coming up. Links are in the description below for every article we will be looking at. Let's get started. Our first story is brought to us by WSLS, and it's from June 18th, 2024. Vermont lawmaker apologizes for repeatedly pouring water in her colleague's bag. This definitely made it for the weird news stories. Let's see what happened. A Republican state lawmaker from Vermont has apologized for repeatedly pouring water into a Democratic colleague's bag after he caught her doing it on video. State Representative Mary Morrissey publicly apologized to State Representative Jim Carroll, colleagues, and the citizens of Vermont from the House floor on Monday. Both are from Bennington, a town of about 15,000 in the southwestern corner of the state. I am truly ashamed for my actions, Morrissey said of her disrespectful conduct toward Carroll. She said she had apologized directly to Carroll and would be working toward resolution and restoration throughout legislative process. In response, Carroll told the chamber that he heard the sincerity in her voice, but that he had to be frank, saying, "For 5 months, I went through this, and Morrissey had a choice each time she did it. It was torment," he said. Carroll told the Associated Press that the tote bag he hangs in a hallway at the State House was soaked a couple of times per week in January and February. Then, after he was charged with driving under the influence in February and returned from rehab, his bag was soaked almost daily, he said. It was relentless, Carroll said, adding that he was fairly confident it was Morrissey, who he said often mistreated him. He set up a video camera behind a scarf on the opposite wall and captured Morrissey pouring water from a glass into the bag on April 23rd and April 26th. He then showed the footage to House Speaker Jill Krowinski, who confronted Morrissey with it. "This is a truly disturbing situation that is at odds with our legislative practices," Krowinski, a Democrat, said in a statement. She added that the integrity and decorum of our legislative proceedings and of legislators are of paramount importance, and any actions or behaviors that compromise these values will be thoroughly investigated and addressed. Morrissey hasn't said why she did it, and she didn't respond to an email seeking comment. Carroll told fellow lawmakers on Monday that the first time he and Morrissey sit down to talk will be awkward, but we have to start somewhere. Can you imagine? Now that's some work shit you do not want to deal with. That would be so annoying. Now this is one of our two articles that include twins. So this is double take. 23 sets of twins graduate from a single Massachusetts middle school. Now that, I'm sure that is rare. That doesn't happen often. This is from June 13th, 2024. Let's go. So there they are. 23 sets of twins. 23 sets of twins have graduated from a Massachusetts middle school, making up about 10% of the 8th grade class. The identical and fraternal twins graduated from Pollard Middle School in Needham, Massachusetts on Wednesday. Another student, who is also a twin, graduated, but her brother attends a different school, said Principal Tamitha Bibbo. "It's quite unusual," said Bibbo. "We typically have anywhere from 5 to 10 sets at most. Given our numbers, we have approximately 450 to 500 children in each grade, so this was extraordinarily high." The school gave a special shout out to the 23 sets of twins during the so-called moving up ceremony on Wednesday, she said. Twins account for around 3% of live births in the U.S., according to the National Center for Health Statistics. The Pollard Middle School graduates must have all completed up to 10 hours of service learning in their communities, and every year the Needham Exchange Club offers 5 community service awards. For the first time this year, a set of twins, Lucas and Samir Patel, won an award and a donation to their charity, Bibbo said. Now we're moving on from 23 sets of twins to a black bear who just wanted to chill. This is another story from the great state of Vermont. A young bear spotted relaxing in a hammock in a Vermont yard. It's so cute! Noah and Kristen Dweck have seen a number of black bears around their home in Vermont, but this was a first, a bear relaxing on their hammock. Noah Dweck took iPhone video of 2 young bears in their yard in Wattsville on Tuesday, with one sitting on a swinging hammock before he shooed them away. "It was adorable. It was a funny sight," he told the Associated Press. Dweck said he was sitting at a desk with the screen doors open in their home near the Sugarbush Ski Resort when he heard the jingling of the hammock. He then realized there was no wind. So immediately, I knew it was the bears, he said. He ran upstairs and looked out the window and saw one bear looking curiously at the other bear who was hanging around on the hammock, he said. He took some iPhone video and then scared the bears away, Burlington TV station WPTZ first reported on the sighting. We live in a very active bear basin. The bears are very used to human contact, so I'm assuming they have found other people's hammocks before, Dweck said. To be honest, it was pretty impressive that he didn't fall off, or she didn't fall off the hammock, and kind of knew how to do it. It was quite funny to see. Vermont has a healthy black bear population, and sightings of and incidents with the animals have increased in recent years. From a black bear to a baby moose trapped in a lake is saved by Alaska man and police as its worried mom watches. This is from June 19th, 2024. An Alaska man and 2 police officers rescued a baby moose from what police described as a shore demise after it fell into a lake and got stuck in a narrow space between a float plane and a dock. Spencer Warren, who works for the outdoor tourism company Destination Alaska Adventure Co., had arrived at work about 6:30 a.m. Friday to prepare a float plane for the day's trip when he heard what he thought was an odd-sounding bird. He quickly spotted the moose calf stuck between the floats of the plane and the dock at Beluga Lake in Horner, a Kenai Peninsula community about 220 miles south of Anchorage. The floats replaced the wheels on a plane, allowing it to take off and land on water. He immediately thought, "Oh man, where's Mama? I know she's nearby," before spotting the worried mother about 4 feet away with another calf. Mother moose can be dangerously protective of their calves. A photographer was killed by a mama moose protecting her young just last month in Homer. The baby moose tried to get out of the lake but couldn't get its footing on the top of the metal float with its hooves. Its wary mother was keeping Warren, the would-be rescuer, from getting too close as it struggled. "It's like an ice rink for the moose and its hooves," Warren said of Friday's rescue. "So he just kept slipping and could not get up." Oh. Warren checked in with his boss, who called Homer police. One officer eventually positioned his police cruiser between the mama moose and the float plane to allow another officer and Warren to rescue the calf. Homer Police Lieutenant Ryan Browning told the Associated Press. The calf had one leg outstretched across the top of the plane's float where it was stuck. "You know, kind of thankfully, he wasn't moving, so that it made the rescue a little bit easier," Warren said. "We just lifted him straight out and put him on the dock there." The exhausted calf splayed out on the boardwalk until an officer helped it stand. The calf reunited with its mother, and she licked the water off its body. All of it caught on camera by Warren. "Anytime you can rescue a little critter, it always makes you feel good," Browning said. In our next story, an Idaho man breaks his own fist-bumping record. This story is from June 19th. Serial Guinness World Record breaker David Rush broke his own record for the second time by fist-bumping a fellow YouTuber 397 times in 30 seconds. Rush originally broke the record with neighbor Joey Hannon, managing 273 fist bumps in the allotted time. And he broke his own record when he and Howie Mandel fist bumped 380 times on an episode of America's Got Talent. Rush broke the record yet again during an appearance on YouTuber Dr. Mike's podcast, this time fist bumping 397 times in 30 seconds. Rush said taking the record from himself didn't add to his total, leaving him at 177 concurrently held Guinness World Record titles. He's attempting to reach a total 181 to hold the most concurrent Guinness World Record titles in the world. Our last story for the day is talking about an Ohio hospital which is caring for 7 sets of newborn twins at the same time. The story is from June 19th. A hospital in Ohio is celebrating an unusual baby boom while caring for 7 sets of newborn twins at the same time. Cleveland Clinic Children's said on social media that the Hillcrest Hospital NICU and postpartum units are currently caring for multiples. "We've been feeling double the love caring for 7 sets of newborn twins at the same time," the post said. The post said the families included both first-time and experienced parents. First-time parents Scott and Kate Kruinski welcomed Finnegan and Theodore, officials wrote, while Jason and Cara Samblanet are excited to have babies Reed and Elliot expand their now family of 7. All those stories round out today's Weird News Wednesday. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Please let me know down in the comments which was your favorite weird news story. I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Thanks for watching.
My heart rages around I knew